Hello, viewers. Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. I'm just getting ready for a bit of a channel session with none other than Amelia Earhart. I have been wanting to channel a female for quite some time. I've channeled Sigmund Freud. I've channeled the irrepressible Robin Williams. I've channeled the great Nostradamus. But I have yet to, and Nelson Mandela as well, but I haven't channeled a female yet. And who better than Amelia Earhart? Now she's here with me now. She came forward very, very strongly at the beginning of the session. She's actually been helping me choose the decks that I'm using. She wanted a very classic American deck, and so I'm using the Rider-Waite deck. No frills, no fancy was the impression that I got. And then I was looking around for a supplementary deck, and I was drawn to the animal Colette Baron Reed's Spirit Animal Oracle card, and she's just telling me to get on because she's going pretty quickly. And these are animal spirit animal cards. Okay, settle down. All right, slow down. I opened this pack up and I got the Badger Spirit straight away, which was Be Fearless and Bold. And then I got the Spider Energy, which was Make Your Dreams Come True. And I knew straight away that I was talking to her. Of course I'm talking to her. She presented at the beginning of the reading in almost the kind of clothes. It's like it's not a ball gown. She would never be in a ball gown. But a cocktail kind of dress, and bobbed hair as well, almost like the clubs that you might imagine in the great, the era that the Great Gatsby, if you know that novel, was set. So I'm flying blind, and she said that's the only way to fly. All I've done, Amelia Earhart, I know her from obviously the history books. I've not studied her, but I do have her. Her picture up before me, and it's the one that I chose that she the best represents her energy, that as I feel her. It's an energy that is very, very practical. It's like a real this kind of energy. Right, let's march forward. It's very stoic. There's another thing here with this energy as well. I can see her, and for the last couple of days, I felt her around as I've thought, well, is this the one? And this morning, just before I started this reading, I got this image of her, like a little girl going, great! So, so anyway, but most of all, I see her as really very, very strong. Of course, she was the first woman to fly the Atlantic Ocean, and also her plane went down just off the coast of Papua New Guinea, not very far from where I am in Australia. And there's been a mystery around her death all those years. So I want to, then I move toward from that a party scene, I'll just call it party scene, to a fireside. And it's, so we're now sitting at the fireside. She came through very, very quickly. There was no need to, there wasn't a wait. She was pretty much already there. And so I want to now have what is known as a fireside chat with her, and just ask her the questions that I need to ask. So I guess just tuning back into her. Okay. Okay, so she's presenting to me as very simply attired, no fanciness in her hairstyle. She was most comfortable this way. She didn't have much time for dressing up and doing the things that other women of her era did. She was far more comfortable sitting in a hayfield. I'm just sitting in on a haystack or near a haystack, just having a yarn. I wouldn't say it's a tomboy energy, because she was also very, very feminine, I'm feeling. It was something else other than that. It was an equal energy that she shared. neither masculine, not overtly masculine, not overtly feminine. It was an equal energy, and a very practical, down-to-earth style of communicating, which actually made everyone feel comfortable around her. Men feeling really comfortable around her, women also, but because of the time, she was a rebel in her time. I'm getting the time that she lived in. Women would judge her for not being more like them. Now, most of all, this is this striding out. She was quite simply fearless, absolutely fearless. Why was that? I don't know what role her father played in her life. I would have to go back and research that, but I'm getting a mentorship, a little bit of a mentorship there around driving. So she would have driven a car at a very young age. There was a lot of pride in her and in her achievements, and she did things and she took risks, really to set new boundaries. It's like the compass, where how far can I go? But also, yeah, of course, Atlantic Ocean. Wow. But also because of the pride that people had in her as well. It motivated her and spurred her on to do things. Nothing was impossible. They're the words that I'm getting. Nothing was impossible. She is absolutely, can I say, gorgeous. She is absolutely a gorgeous energy, and one that I am very proud to be around. I'm very proud of her. Okay, she's thanking me. Thank you. All right, so let's drill down. What was it like flying in that plane over the Atlantic Ocean? Cold and lonely, she said. What else? Uncomfortable at times. Were you ever scared over those big expanses of ocean? She would have had, or she's telling me there were some moments of discomfort, but nothing drastic. And it was just simply that it dawned on her how far she was from land. What else? Yeah, I'm just getting an image of being cold and wet, and I'm not sure when that was that she felt like that. Cold and wet. We'll drill down. That could be coming a bit later. Okay, so she flew, first woman to fly solo. Did she ever, we have a saying about breaking through the glass ceiling. Did she see herself as a pioneer? Absolutely she did. She doesn't know about breaking through the glass ceiling. That's not something she's familiar with, but she did want to be a pioneer. She wanted to set new boundaries. So I'm getting set new boundaries and the compass there. Okay, so it was an explorer energy that she was bringing forward as well. It's not just being, well, that is the sense that she was the pioneer. It's in the explorer. I was an explorer. I was a navigator. I was a navigator and an explorer. So they're the two key things. Did she worry about what people thought of her? Not at all, although she did worry for her family, obviously. She, what they might be worried about her. She did absolutely not worry about bucking the system in any way, or breaking out of those, stepping outside of those norms. She did that effortlessly, and I am seeing a picture of her in her high boots and her, which is probably where I remember her from, and her fly jacket. Quite effortlessly stepping outside of those norms, because she'd never been in them to begin with. From the moment that she was on this earth, she just lived the way she felt naturally inclined to live. So there was no other way for her. It was a natural way. And that's why she found acceptance, because it wasn't something contrived. It was just her. It was who she was. Now I'm getting this real thrill. She had this really high energy where she would absolutely get joy out of fun, having fun. And so people that were with her in the plane that might have been a little bit nervous when people that flew with her, she absolutely had a lot of fun, and they had a lot of fun as well, because her talent as a pilot was, could not be questioned, and she made it so. She made that she deliberately covered all those bases so that there were no vulnerabilities there, that people couldn't accuse her of being reckless in any way. Although, she was again breaking those norms, the first woman to fly solo over the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, so, all right, so I'm just going to go, yeah, I'm just going to go to that, her mysterious disappearance. I am getting an image. This is this wet and cold image that I'm getting. I am getting an image of the ocean and being in the ocean. At some time. Is this through her passing, or is this at another time? Okay, let me just tune into this. What is this image you're giving me? It's actually of a plane crash in the ocean. What is this? Yeah, okay. I feel that the plane went down in the ocean. I don't know how accurate that is, but that's what I'm feeling. And that she could have even perished in the ocean, not on the island, which is what is being proposed. Did she make it to land? Let me just ask her directly. All right. No, silly, I didn't. She didn't make it to land. That's what I got. All right. So what happened? Perished at sea. Plane went down in the ocean during a storm. This image of the wetness of the rain. It was during a storm. The plane went down. Okay. All right. What does she want me to know about that? Other than to say that she was really glad when she did pass because she was so cold. Okay. So she was cold and wet through and tired, and it was much easier to slip away than keep fighting. She wanted to survive. There was no two ways about that. But she was lost for quite a few days. And in the end, she passed. She transitioned. And where is she now? And what is she doing? And why is she here? Why is she here today? Of all the people, again comes back to my connection as a child with her. At some point, I learnt about her in a way that made me remember. And so that was a connection with these channelings. There's always an emotional connection in some way. With when I channeled Prince, he connected through my reaction to the loss of him. Same with Robin Williams, Nelson Mandela, my admiration of him, and Sigmund Freud, the way that my mind works. There's always got to be a connection. With Amelia Earhart, I remembered her as a child in some way, as a trailblazer, as a pioneer, as a strong woman, a brave. It was her bravery that I'm connecting with. It was her bravery. Okay. Does she consider that she was brave? Not really, she says. She did what she was supposed to do. She did what she enjoyed. She did what she was meant to do. Okay. All right. What has she been? How has she been? Okay. So she has been looking. It's taken a long time for women to be seen as equal. Now, this is nothing to do with masculine and feminine. This is to do with equality only. So if you've got a platform, a level platform, where both are standing at the same level, it has nothing to do with being too masculine or being too feminine. It's about equality. And so she's saying that as over the years she's looked and she's not seen enough progress. Are we making progress now? It's painful progress, is what she's saying. and it is painfully slow in many ways, but it's also quite strong as well. What lessons do we have to learn? Be yourself, and you also have to earn respect as well. You can't expect respect to be handed to you on a platter. It has to be earned, and often that just takes hard yards as well. And we shouldn't expect things to be handed to us without having earned that. And that was very fundamental to the person that she was, earning respect, earning respect. Okay. All right, now rider weight energies. All right, Amelia. Okay, Amelia Earhart. Amelia Earhart. What can we learn from the life and times, the life, the times, the death, the passing of Amelia Earhart? What do we have to learn from you, Amelia? What can we learn? What can we learn? What can we learn? Okay. So what I got there, it's actually quite a complex thought. She kind of asked me why I was using cards when I could just really talk to her. And then I talked about a showing, a demonstrating, or the thought came around this demonstration. And so it's not enough just to talk. You actually have to do the doing. And this is the way that the respect is earned. Okay, all right. So she's got a lot of compassion for those that are unable to do the doing, that can't see the woods for the trees. She's got compassion there. But she's also saying that one action can change a lot of things for you. What do we have to learn from Amelia Earhart? What do we have to learn? Okay. So I'm getting this real energy, this real uplifting of the energy. It's almost like that rise and shine saying of the war years. There is something in that. We've got the signifier card is making choices. The hardest step, or the first step, is to make a choice. Okay, and putting your losses behind you. This is more of this very, very stoic energy that I have from her. Very, very stoic. And I'm also feeling that in her passing as well, there's something around these two cards that are there, that it doesn't matter how she died or where she died. It's around making the choice to focus on her life, not a death. All right. Okay, let's keep going. The Ace of Pentacles. This I'm getting a real boots and all. Don't be afraid to jump in to something new because it can lead you to destinations that you never imagined, you never could imagine. Again, taking that first step. So we've got the Ten of Pentacles, and this is around family legacies and drawing on the strengths of family as well. Understanding how family forms you, and not looking at that negatively so much, but focusing on the strengths, the legacies of your ancestors. Don't be afraid to go back to the drawing board when at first you don't succeed. You can go back, you can rework things. There's always a way forward. Always a way forward, she's telling me. She's underscoring that. Always a way forward to reach your goal. Yep, here we go. And this is taking the action that's needed, taking those first steps. Wow, she was one hell of a determined, I shouldn't say that, but it's okay, she says, to swear. She was one hell of a determined lady. Okay, and that determination, it always involves movement, not getting stuck, but moving forward. And also taking advantage. We see taking advantage as a negative, a little bit negative, but it's not. Taking what's offered to you. It's not thinking of opportunism in a negative way, but really understanding that there will be, when you generate that activity, there will be a lot of people that are willing to help. It's okay to take that help. And it's also okay to volunteer help as well. And this is when you're having these dark nights of the soul, when you've got this anxiety there. And I'm feeling very much that she took help when she was feeling like that. She looked to others. She was buoyed. I'm just getting that word, buoyed, by others. And this again, I don't want to go too much into her transition, but she was always buoyed by the people who had helped her in her lifetime. Strong women. Strong women, never fear them. This with this Queen of Swords, she had that ability to be quite objective and quite discerning, and never be frightened of them. Never bow to them, and never be frightened of them. Okay, and we've got the Knight of Pentacles again. Another action in the physical world. The Knight here is always known as very courageous. I do feel she's talking about being brave enough to go to into those areas where nobody else has gone. Don't be afraid. This is a reaction to loss. Don't let that fear of loss stop you, because really there is so much to be gained at the end of the day when you push through. So much to be gained, and this is a celebration card. Okay, now at the base of the pack, we've got the Fool, and this is really her, always striving for the new beginnings. Do you need to worry about falling over the cliff? No. Do your preparations. Make sure you've got what you need for your journey, and you won't misstep. Okay, the journey. Again, even when there's obstacles and when it's hard work, you always see something new. It doesn't matter if it's the middle of the night and it's raining and it's, you have that fear. You always see something new. It is so worth this, the effort that you put into this journey. So there are some of the messages from Amelia Earhart. I'm going to pull some animal cards because I was drawn to that with her. All right, here we go. I don't know if she was an animal lover, but she's certainly drawn to this deck, and she's saying she was. Okay, all right. Messages from my animal oracle, spirit animal oracle. Okay, all right. Okay, the animal oracle. Messages from Amelia Earhart. Okay, let's see what's in the middle of the deck here. Okay, bring a gentle touch. Okay, and I do feel that this is her energy. She wasn't masculine. She wasn't domineering. She was very, very natural. Give with gratitude and grace. And this is the Page of Cups energy that she was talking about. Okay, let's have a look. 3 messages. Learn from the past. That's interesting. The Elephant card. 2 and 5. Collaborating with others to bring forward change. Learn from the past. So there's a message there. Was she let down in any way? I don't know. By somebody? No, but she's talking about having strong collaborations in order to do what you need to do. So there's some lesson there in the past. Strong, healthy, robust, honest, she's telling me, honest collaborations so that you can achieve your goal. Let spirit be your guide. I did get, when I asked her why she wanted me to use this deck, I did get that there was some specialness in her life around animals, and what she noticed, we've got a bird here. Of course she would see the bird life. She lived a lot of her life up in the skies, in the upper realm. Let spirit be your guide. Okay, so this is really some call it luck, but she understood that there was a benign spiritual force, God. Let's just call it God, um, but not so much religious God, but let's just call it a spiritual connection that she felt when she was flying. And we've got there is always enough. That's a lovely card here, the co-fish spirit. There is always enough. She didn't want for anything. She had everything that she needed in her life. She expected it. It was there. She was grateful for it. She was simply humble as well and simply grateful. The turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. What's at the base here? The vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. Not her passing, her ending. It was not wasted because it illuminated and highlighted her life. And the owl spirit, she seeing clearly. She is soaring in spirit, still in the realm, riding spirit, still enjoying that upper realm. And Peacock spirit, this is her last message. If you've got it, then strut it, let it shine. Okay, I think they're the essential messages that she wants to get through. Let it shine. Nothing is ever wasted. Beautiful messages from Amelia Earhart. So I'm just going to tune in again now and say my farewell to her. Happy flying, happy riding through the spirit, the winds of the spirit wind. I feel she does fly on that. She as an energy being, that's what she does. She glides. She's telling me she glides. Okay, she glides. All right. Okay, now I'm seeing her with glasses on the ends of her nose, coloured. Were they sunglasses? I don't know what they were. No, they could have been reading glasses. Okay. All right. So what is your dance in the rain is the last thing she wants me to say. And that's that energy she wants me to leave you with. So I'm just going to shake her hand actually, and thank her for her time, and allow her to leave now. Okay, and thank you to my spirit team and my spirit guides for allowing this to happen. Thank you. All right, I'm going to leave it there, and I hope you enjoyed that channeling of Amelia Earhart, America's darling, America's hero, and the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean. Right, solo. Very brave, courageous, matter-of-fact woman, Amelia Earhart. Thank you.